everybody, welcome back. My name is Kisha. I'm the author of the Glamorous French Housewife blog. You can find that link below. So tonight I am coming to you with a recipe that my family loves. This is our bow tie chicken pasta bake. I'm going to take you through it. I'm just going to be holding my camera tonight. I'm not setting up the tripod. This is a super simple recipe that I bet your family will love too. So let me run you through the ingredients. Of course, you're going to need some chicken. Now, if you already have chicken left over, go ahead, make sure it's skinless, and dice it up, and that will be perfect for this recipe. I just have these boneless, skinless Tyson breasts that I'm going to cook on my stove. And then you're going to need some pasta. Now, I'm going with a bow tie. You could use any kind, and you could use whole wheat, whatever suits you. I also like to add broccoli to this recipe, so I just have some broccoli florets. You can find those just in your produce department, that, small little florets for you. And then I have some organic cherry tomatoes, which I love putting in there. It makes it so pretty with the colors. Some panko breadcrumbs. I have two different kinds of Parmesan, and you really don't need it. You just need one. So this is just the freshly shredded, and then this one is the shaved. And so we add this to the top. And then I like to add like one shallot. You could also add a sweet yellow onion or, a white onion, whatever you have. But this is a recipe Jackson likes, and I don't like to put, too strong of an onion taste in it. So I'll use one shallot. And you'll need some type of casserole. So I'm using my Temptations. And I serve it with garlic bread. So I'm just serving it up with the Pepperidge Farm Texas toast. So the first thing you want to do is get your chicken cooking. I'm just going to cook it with some olive oil and butter right in a skillet. I'm going to pound it out a little bit so it's a little bit thinner and easier to cook. But I'm going to get that on the stove first. And once that's, well underway, we'll get the water going for the pasta. I almost forgot, you're going to need a couple cups of milk. I like to use oregano, or you could just use some Italian seasoning, and a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. And you're going to want to reserve about a cup of your pasta water. So just to make it easier on myself, I went ahead and cut up the chicken, and I just have some butter and a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. And I'm not wanting to overcrowd the pan, so I have my other breast right over here on the glass cutting board. Remember to use something other than wood. And if you overcrowd it, you will steam the meat and not brown it. So we don't want that. I'm just getting this cooked all the way through. I don't want to leave it pink at all, because in the oven the cheese is basically going to melt, and you want the chicken done before it hits the oven. So in the meantime, I'm going to get the rest of the stuff ready. So I removed the chicken from the skillet into a bowl. I've also got some water heating up back here for my bow tie pasta. And I put another little slab of butter in because I'm going to take the shallot right here that I minced up, and take note, I'm using a different knife. You don't want to use the same knife you use, to cut up the chicken, unless it was cooked, of course. I'm going to put this in the skillet just to soften those up a little bit. I've kind of chopped up my broccoli kind of small. The kids will be more likely to eat it if you make it a little bit smaller. So I chopped up about a half a bag of the broccoli and about a half of the carton of the little organic cherry tomatoes. And those will go in at the end. Alright, I'm dropping my pasta in. Let that come back up to a boil. And stir my little onions around. You just want to soften them up. You do not want to put like raw onion in your casserole. Won't be good. So now I'm just going to remove those and put those right in with the chicken. And give my pasta a good stir. So I went ahead and added about 2.5 cups of milk to a small saucepan, and you really only need about 2, but I had about 2.5 in a gallon that I was, using up. I have my bow tie pasta boiling away back here. Now you're going to want to save about a cup of that pasta water, but even more importantly, the last 5 minutes of cooking your pasta, you're going to want to add your broccoli. So I'm just using my spider to drop that broccoli in. Stir it around with that pasta. There you go, sorry. And we're going to give it about 5 minutes. Okay, so the broccoli and the bow tie have boiled in this water together. And I'm just fishing out some with the coffee cup. And we're going to add that right into our milk mixture. So you can see some of the broccoli florets broke off and are floating around. I'm bringing this to a low simmer on medium. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and drain the pasta and the broccoli. So I've drained it and added the pasta and the broccoli to my casserole. It's already pretty, isn't it? So now I'm just going to slide in the chicken and mix that up. So just like we did with the pasta water, I'm taking just a little bit of the milk mixture back in that same cup that I'm going to add some of the cornstarch to. You're just going to take a couple of teaspoons and put it right in, mix it up. The milk's got to be warm so it all mixes and incorporates well. Come on, focus. There we go. Mix it up, and we're going to put it back in that milk mixture. You don't want the milk to scorch, so just don't turn it up too high. I added cornmeal mixture, cornstarch, excuse me, and just stir it. Now, I am using one of my new pans, and this is the new Rachel Ray pan I got a while back ago, and I don't want to use a wire whisk, and my plastic one broke, so I'm going to have to get a new plastic whisk, but I'm just using a spatula. And you're just going to bring it up slowly to a bubble. Stay around it. You don't want it to scorch. So I took it off the stove. You can kind of see how it coats the spatula. And now I'm going to add, I don't know, get a handful of some Parmesan cheese. I'll make it cheesy. Stir it right in. Then we're just going to pour this over our chicken bake. And then we're just going to pour this right over our bow tie chicken bake. Alright, time to do that. Just pour it right over. And we'll mix it up. Just be sure to mix it up well so you get all those little bow ties tossed around. The milk and the cheese and the broccoli and onions, well, shallots. Okay, so now I'm just going to salt and pepper this like large casserole, and then I'm going to sprinkle on some oregano. We love oregano. Okay, mix it up one more time. You just want to make sure to get that salt and pepper and oregano mixed around. And then you're going to take your tomatoes and just kind of tuck them in. Tuck them down in. You can just leave them kind of on top if you want. This is one of those dishes you can make in the spring straight in the skillet too. You don't have to make a bake out of it. You can do the exact same thing in the skillet and just not put breadcrumbs on. There we go. And now I'm going to add some of the seasoned panko right to the top, just to give it a little bit of a crusty layer, but not much. You don't want it overly done. Looks good to me. And then, just to finish it off, I'm going to add just a little bit more of that freshly grated Parmesan right to the top. And this can go in any degree oven you want, anything really above 300. Now, what I normally do, I'm baking garlic bread to go with it tonight. Now, the garlic bread has to be in at 425, so that's what this is going in at. The garlic bread will be on the bottom shelf, and the pasta bake will be on the top. So these are both going in the oven for about 10 minutes, really until the bread's done. And you know, the chicken is already cooked thoroughly, so you're really only melting the cheeses and warming everything through one more time. So, in the oven it goes. So it's finally done, as you can see. Have a good look. The garlic bread is done too, so I'm going to get ready and plate it up. So I like just to take a piece of garlic bread and just kind of, you know, filter down the chicken bake. And you could certainly serve this up with a salad, but with the broccoli and the tomatoes, I just don't. My son loves this, and he even eats the broccoli. My husband loves it, and he's not a huge fan of pasta, and I think it's delicious. Again, you don't have to do a bake with this. You can certainly do everything in the skillet with the exception of, you know, like toasting the breadcrumbs. So you could definitely make this on a spring day. This is more like a spring pasta for us, with not like heavy red sauce, but it just sounded good. We haven't had it in a while, and I had not shared it with you guys yet. So let me know if you make this for your family. There it is. I'll just kind of zoom in so you can see. Let me know what they think about it. You can always upload a picture on my Facebook fan page, or send me an email, or leave me a comment below. And just let me know how they like it. You can find this recipe in the down bar. You can also find it on my blog at kjaggers.com. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new ones, and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.